Hey, class of 2026, this is Miss Bauman coming to you with your registration information for your senior year. Congratulations, you've almost made it here. Just want to quickly review kind of the process that we're looking at for timeline and everything. So everything is coming to you today during your little mini advisory session here on Friday the 24th. And then the window does open today right away. And all of your registration selections will be due on Friday, January 31st. So this gives you about 8 days to take a look at things and follow any of the advice that we're offering to make sure that you get the right courses chosen for next year. So a couple reminders. You'll get a registration worksheet that helps you kind of choose your classes and kind of plot out your course choices. And in the end, we want you to choose 14 classes and 3 alternate electives in case something doesn't work with the ones that you're thinking of. These choices should be done even if you are considering PSEO or Hennepin Tech next year. We can talk about that in a second. All right, so just a reminder, you've done this before, but just a reminder, this is the time to be talking to counselors, teachers, parents, other students about your course choices and making sure that you are choosing what's good for you, meaning what's good for your future, what's good for your academic course load, what's good for balance, mental health, things like that. So we want to make sure that you are really focusing on what's a right fit for you. So you might have a friend taking 5 AP classes next year. That might not be a fit for you. So you need to ask the people around you who know you well and help you make those decisions. If you have information that you want about a class, we highly recommend you go straight to the teacher of that course or to your current teacher in that subject area so they can answer those questions. You guys are looking at whatever your post-secondary placement is going to be. All that information is on those websites, including the military or what have you. So we highly recommend you use the information that's online to make good decisions about your course choices as well, because in addition to planning to get out of Mount Westonka, you're also planning to get into somewhere else likely. So we want to make sure that you're making good choices in that regard. Lastly, there's the school registration manual linked on our website, which is a great resource that has every course description in it. So just a reminder, you guys are looking at your graduation requirements for the class of 2026. It includes 4 years of English, 3.5 years of social studies. The half year came in geography in 9th grade. We've got math, including statistics, 3 years of science, including chemistry or physics. You got the half credit of Phi-Ed that you probably took in 9th grade, half credit in health, quarter credit in health, quarter credit in speech, and 1 credit of visual or performing arts. And that combined with some electives gives you 23.5 credits. We have credit check worksheets and 4-year plans on our website that you can use to kind of check. And your transcript is always posted on Skyward with your most recent version, which would have been right now today. It would be in June. But once semester 1 grades are final, you'll have another one posted quite soon here. Looking specifically at 12th grade, you do need to still take that 1 year of English, so make sure that you can choose from one of the 3 listed here. You'll see that we have a new course, AP Seminar, listed that can meet your senior year English requirement. 1 year of social studies, and that comes in the form of government and econ, so regular or advanced, or just AP government. That would cover the entire thing. And then we really, really encourage you, again, you're going to hear me like a broken record say, you got to look at what it will take you to be admitted somewhere else. Often that is a 4th year of math. Almost always that is a 4th year of math. And almost always that is a 4th year of science as well, in order to be considered at some of these schools. There are always exceptions, but we want to set you up for the best case scenario. We require a year of fine arts, and we do not require anything for a foreign language requirement, but most post-secondary institutions do require 2, if not 3 years for admission. So just want to highlight some new courses this year. We have AP Seminar, which will satisfy an English requirement in grades 10, 11, or 12. It is a writing research course, and you can, again, look at the course description in our registration manual. You can look it up online. You can talk to anyone in the English department. They'll tell you about it. And then they have some other electives available in the English department as well. So the Art of Modern Storytelling, Film Studies, Communication for Leadership in Life, and Writing for Business are all new electives being offered. Pretty exciting offerings for all of you. In tech, we are just making one little change, and that is that instead of offering Woods 2 and 3, we'll be offering a Intro to Construction Trades course after taking Woods 1. It will combine some of those skills from Woods 2 and 3, and then also really kind of look more towards how to utilize those skills in a post-secondary setting. And then we have a career education seminar course that will be available for 12th graders only. Some of you might know it as work experience, and that will be available for students who are wanting to work while in their senior year. So this is just a review of all the classes that satisfy the fine arts requirement. So you can see there we have the visual arts, drawing, painting, ceramics, design, and visual narrative. We have the music performing arts, so choir and band. And then the theater performing arts, so the things on the stage or behind the stage. Anything listed in green here is a course that requires a prerequisite. Obviously, you would probably have needed to take one of those white courses by now in order to take a green one, since you are looking at your senior year. Just remember, we're keeping in mind the requirements you have to graduate as you register for your courses and what you will need beyond here. One other reminder we have for you is that, as you know, I'm sure most of you experienced this by now, your schedule always doesn't work out exactly how you hoped. You may not get the course or the level or the teacher that you want. And so everything we do is just a request at this point, and we're trying to build the master schedule so we can kind of tell you what ultimately will be offered. So if only 2 students register for a certain course right now, we likely wouldn't offer it. So we want to hear what you want now. Keeping that in mind, you can always drop one of those courses for an SPP if you don't already have one. So keep that in mind. Fill up your schedule now, and then we can go ahead and drop something for an SPP down the road if you don't have one. It is much harder to add a course later on in June or in August. So we'd like to know what you'd want to take now. And as always, we want you to register for a challenging course load, while also keeping in mind how busy senior year can be with college applications and planning for your future. So manageable but challenging are kind of the 2 main things we want you to take a look at. Please make sure that you're making thoughtful selections. We can't accommodate last minute thinking here in May and June. We really want you to have those conversations with teachers now. We want you to be planning for your fall now, not later on in the spring. So please make sure you're doing thoughtful selections. Do your research now. And as you know, we can't guarantee every single course, especially electives. And so we just really want to know what you're looking for now so that we can make plans for the future. It does take some time to make those plans. In addition to your 14 choices, we do want you to choose 3 alternate elective course options in your Skyward account. We'll talk about that in a second in another video. But please make sure you do offer those alternates. That's how we know how to adjust your schedule if one of the electives that is your first choice doesn't work out. We don't have the ability to contact you over the summer when we're working through these things, so we really need you to communicate this with us right now. And then just some final reminders. The registration window opens today, January 24th. It closes on the 31st. There is a instructional video on the counseling website with how to do the registration and how to submit your requests, but most of you have done that for many years now. You're going to register through your Skyward account, not your family's Skyward account. And so so make sure that you do that. You're going to select 14 classes and 3 alternates. Make sure you're using this time to make some discussions with family, friends, teachers, because we don't know if we'll be able to make changes later. Your counselors will be available during WIN sessions on January 30th, and we're going to be setting up a table all week long during lunches to answer just those quick questions that you might have that might not require an appointment, but can kind of get things moving really, really quickly since we have a smaller window for registration. So feel free to stop by that table. No matter who your counselor is, there will be a counselor there to answer your questions during lunches next week. And then just keep in mind, we don't have the PSEO information yet, so that usually comes out in February. So we want you to register for a full schedule. We can always reduce your schedule if you decide to do PSEO, but the first step in doing PSEO is going to be to attend the WIN session on February 13th. It's during WIN 2. That will kick off all the information you need for PSEO. Additionally, we have a PSEO Parent Night on February 20th at 6 p.m. in the PAC. We highly encourage your parents to come to that, or you, if you can't make the WIN session, in case you have questions. And then we do have the Hennepin Tech Career and Technical Education program that is occurring. A lot of students take advantage of that now, where they leave half the day to go to Hennepin Tech. That will remain available, and we will have information for students on that probably in early to mid-February, and we'll get that information out to you via Schoology and email. Again, just register for a full class load right now, and we can always reduce your course load if you decide to do that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your counselor, and thanks for your time.